Sandbags can be used for flood protection in many ways, some more effective than others. Some sandbag jobs can be done using a product that's filled with water instead of sand. We hope this video will get you the information you need to give you the best flood protection possible using either of these systems.
You may have seen sandbags used to block openings in permanent levees and flood walls, to make a complete barrier around a building, to keep water away from doors and windows when the building has been sealed or wrapped to prevent water entry through the walls, or to raise the height of an existing levee. Sandbags are usually burlap or plastic. Plastic ones can usually be saved and will not rot as rapidly as burlap. Many people rely on the community for sand and sandbags, but having your own sand pile guarantees you'll have sand when you need it. Get sand that's relatively free of gravel and keep it covered. When it comes time to fill the bags, don't overdo it. Stop at 2/3 full so the bags will lie flat and nestle into one another. That way, the stack will be more stable and less likely to leak. The best use of sandbags is to support plastic sheeting. Whether sheeting is woven into a sandbag structure or covers the face of the sandbag structure after it's put together, sandbags with plastic sheeting work infinitely better than sandbags by themselves. But don't give up on sandbags if you don't have the plastic. Just be careful in filling and stacking. For a very low level of protection, 4 bags high or less, a simple vertical stack should work. Bolster the stack on the dry side with a cluster of bags every 5 feet or so for extra support. Stack bags with the seams staggered. Flip the tops of the bag under so the weight of the bag holds it closed. A short vertical stack can be used around doorways and windows. It can also be placed directly against the wall of a building to support plastic sheeting. Even though it's possible to stack bags and sheeting higher than 3 feet against a building, don't. It could damage the wall. Keep any protection system that transfer water pressure to the building lower than 3 feet. For self-supporting protection higher than 2 feet, stack the bags with a broader base so they resemble a levee. To block this opening with sandbags and plastic sheeting, start by sprinkling loose sand where the first row of bags will go. Lay the plastic across the opening. The plastic should be at least 6 mil thickness and 3 times as wide as the intended height of the levee. The sheet should be long enough to overlap the wall by at least 2 feet on each end and have some slack. Stack the first 3 rows of bags on the outer edge of the polyethylene to hold it down. The weight of the floodwater will push the polyethylene hard against the ground, making the seal even tighter. Pull the sheet to the outside, over the stack, and start stacking bags behind it. Continue to add bags from the ground up on the inside of the levee, bringing the plastic up as you go. Keep the plastic slack wherever it isn't completely supported by the bags. Don't stretch it too tight. Where the polyethylene overlaps the permanent flood wall, water will push it against the surface. If you're trying to seal a brick veneer surface that has recess in the mortar, stuff the grooves with caulking. The cotton caulking used in shipbuilding will be fairly easy to remove after a flood. If the sandbag levee is already built, the plastic can be added to the outside surface to reduce leakage. Plastic woven into the sandbags is more protected from being damaged by floating debris. Water-inflated tubing and bags are alternatives to sandbags. Instead of being filled with sand, they're filled with water. Instead of carrying and stacking filled bags, you put the bag or tube in place, then fill it. Water inflatable tubing may prove to be one of the best emergency methods of closing a gap, raising an existing levee, or putting a barrier around a building. Water inflatable dams have been marketed for industrial applications such as recovery from oil spills, diversion of water for bridge construction, and other large-scale operations. In recent years, manufacturers have offered a smaller version of these industrial barriers for flood protection. Here, a water-inflated dam called Aqua Barrier is protecting the parking lot of a riverboat casino. Aqua barriers come in heights from 2 to 6 feet. They have internal baffles to keep them from rolling over. Water wall has a triangular shape. With water on the sloped surface, the structure is very stable. The standard water wall barrier is 40 inches high and 16 feet long, but other sizes are available. WaterWall also makes a food-grade water bag and water gate. Climate Systems sells a 2-foot diameter tube. The unique feature of this product is the strapping, which allows tubes to be stacked when greater protection is needed. For very low flood levels, one of these small tubes from Aqua Shield may be sufficient. Aqua Shield also makes water bags that work like sandbags. The advantage of water inflatables is that there's always plenty of what you need to fill them, whether from the faucet, a pond, or the flood source. And when the floodwaters recede, you empty the tubes, roll them up, and store them till next time. You can create your own water-inflated dam using farm irrigation tubing. These pictures show how homeowners have used the technique to surround a home and to raise a small levee. Here, they've stacked 3 tubes together to make a slightly higher barrier. Irrigation tubing comes in quarter-mile rolls. It will not have the commercial product fittings, so you'll have to find a way to pump water in and keep it from flowing back out. Also, additional bracing may be needed. Remember, any water-filled flood barrier must not roll, scoot along the ground, or fall over during a flood. Storage when not in use is also an issue.
If you're planning to use sandbags or water-filled tubes to protect your property, here are some things that you need to remember. Have all the necessary materials on hand. Be sure you can install the system in the time you normally have to prepare for a flood. Have a pump inside the protected area to handle any leakage or local rainfall, and test that pump annually. Taking care of these things will make sure the system works when you need it.